Hi, I'm James Hamilton from Stumpy Nubs Woodworking Journal, and today we'll take a look at what may be the best book on hand planes that you've never heard about. I recently got an email from a friend that was just raving about this new book called Choosing and Using Handplanes by J. Norman Reed. As someone who owns a hand plane or two and more than a few books on the subject, I wasn't all that excited. But I ordered a copy from Amazon and took it with me when I did some traveling, and I have to say that this book was way better than I expected. What I mean is, this book comes from a publisher that nobody has ever heard of. In fact, it's one of only 2 books on the publisher's website, and it's only 90 pages long. I mean, 90 pages wouldn't fit the introductions in a lot of woodworking books, except the ones I write, of course. But as I got into it, I realized that the reason this book is under 100 pages is because it skips all the nonsense and distills the subject down to the actual valuable information, the stuff you need to know without all the clutter that all too often just overcomplicates the subject and really scares people away from hand planes. That's not to say that choosing and using hand planes is just a rehashing of the basics. Sure, it will teach an absolute beginner which planes are which and how to tell an iron from a chip breaker, but it also packs a massive amount of truly useful advice into these 90 pages. Maybe you're wondering how a power tool woodworker like yourself can really benefit from hand planes, and if so, which ones? Well, try the section on understanding plane types and identifying them by function. Or what if you've picked up a plane at a yard sale and you don't know where to begin? Well, you'll find those answers in a section about buying and restoring vintage planes. Have you tried to use Granddad's old Stanley No. 4 with frustrating results? Perhaps the section on chip breaker adjustments will solve your problem. Or the section on sharpening that helps you to understand what truly sharp really means. There are loads of tips on how to use things like a piece of oiled carpet to lubricate your plane sole, how to set the mouth opening to reduce tear out, and how to work tricky wood grain. There's even a troubleshooting section that helps you diagnose and solve problems that you may encounter. That alone is worth the price of the book, in my opinion. There's also a section that shows you how to make some useful jigs so that you can get more out of the planes that you have. And there's a comprehensive glossary in the back which you can use to translate those other big, thick books on the subject that you've wasted your money on in the past. So, if you're new to hand planes and you feel overwhelmed by all the information out there, this may be the best book on the subject that you've never heard of until now. If you'd like to check it out, you'll find a link in the notes below the video. And be sure to check out the latest issue of Stumpy Nubs Woodworking Journal, full of tips, tricks, tutorials, and techniques designed to make you a better woodworker. You can subscribe for free at stumpynubs.com. Happy hand planing.